Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm a sophomore here at ASU. Thank you so much for having me today to be able to discuss this with you. I have been studying biochemistry and global health at ASU. So you might be thinking, what does that have anything to do with what I'm here to talk about with you today, which is HIV prevention, the ways that we can prevent the spread of HIV/AIDS. Now, the reason that I'm here to talk with you is I've been studying about HIV and AIDS with professionals and professors. For the past many months now, and I have been able to gain a new perspective on the disease, and that's one of the reasons why you can listen to me, right? I set my place of ignorance aside where I was sitting where you guys were. I had no idea what I was doing, and I didn't know anything about it. Even growing up, especially growing up, I was not exposed to the type of sexual education that I believe everyone should be exposed to, especially as a woman. So now I'm kind of here to build that bridge for you guys with the sexual health education that everyone deserves to know and to be exposed to. So I'm just very happy that you guys have me today. It takes a lot to be able to have this conversation. So you're already doing what you need to do to prevent or to learn about HIV prevention and transmission and everything that you guys are going to get to learn about the disease. And again, this is a safe space. So the topic of sexual health, HIV/AIDS, is not normally talked about. So today we are talking about it and we're diving in together. So it is a safe space. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, I will be here after to talk with you for however long you would like. But the conversation itself should be around 7 minutes, but just in case there's a bathroom and a water fountain down the hall. And if you have to take any phone call or anything like that, you can just step out of the room and then come back when you're ready, no problem. And again, I can answer any questions after the conversation. So to begin, there's no cure anywhere in the world for HIV, but it is 100% preventable. So today I would love to have a discussion with you about how to prevent sexual transmission of HIV so that together we can create an AIDS-free generation. So overall, choose an A, B, C, or P to protect yourself and your loved ones from HIV. To start with our A, can anyone tell me what they think the A in the ABCs stands for? Yes. Good. Abstinence. Perfect. So when we talk about abstinence, we're not referring to religious or cultural abstinence in this case. We're referring to the scientific abstinence, which specifically regards HIV prevention. Abstinence by the World Health Organization's definition refers to no penetrative sex. So that refers to vaginal, oral, and anal sex. So if you're not having sex with your partner, what are some ways that you can still show affection for them? Well, you can cuddle, you can kiss, you can hug, you can dance, etc., right? You can go on dates, you can spend time with them, you can be close, but just not having any penetrative sex. Now, for some couples, our A might not work, right? But everyone can do B, which is our second letter. Can anyone tell me what B stands for in terms of prevention of sexual transmission of HIV? Yes. Good. Being faithful. Nice. So there are two components to being faithful. The first one is that both partners go out and get tested for HIV before they have sex, and that both of them confirm that their results are negative. If they don't get tested together, again, it's super important that they confirm that these tests are negative. So not only getting the test, but also the confirmation of the result. Now, the second is that the partners are mutually committed to each other. This is the part of being faithful to each other, right? So this is an agreement with the partners that they'll only have sex with one another and that they cannot and will not have sex with any partners on the outside. That's their mutual pact. So now that we know A and B, we know that not everyone can be abstinent and not all relationships are faithful. So what's C? Can anyone tell me? Yes. Good. So in terms of sexual prevention of HIV, our C is our condom. So there are several key points that you guys that are important to know about condoms. So first, latex condoms are the ones that work for this. Natural condoms do not prevent HIV prevention. So again, latex condoms, not natural condoms in regards to the prevention of HIV transmission. One condom per act of sex. They cannot be reused. So do not reuse condoms. And then again, don't use two condoms at once. If a male uses two condoms, the friction between the condoms will rub, and then they have a higher chance of breaking, and then that doesn't do any good, right? And you cannot use one at once or two at once. You cannot use a male and female condom at once, or else they will also tear because of friction. But it's important to know that there are male and female options. So either the male can wear one or the female can wear one, but not at the same time. Now, not everyone knows this, but where can you get, at least I did not know this, where can you get condoms? Well, condoms are available for free at many different locations, at least here in Arizona. So, for example, at ASU, we have the ASU Health Services Office. You can get them from the Southwest Center for HIV/AIDS in Phoenix, or, for example, you can get it at nicepackage.org. That's a website that people can order condoms on, but they're delivered in a random box, so you don't know what's inside for security and just safety purposes. And that's a great option for someone who is living with HIV to protect their partner, but also just using condoms in general. Great option for someone with HIV, right? You've learned about how to prevent it from you getting it, but it's also important to consider the person that maybe is HIV positive, that this is a great option for them to be able to protect their partner. Both ways, right? Now, speaking of protecting the partner of someone who has HIV, this leads us to our P, our fourth letter, which is pre-exposure prophylaxis in the US. So if a person at a high risk for contracting HIV, they can take PrEP, which is the pre-exposure prophylaxis, which is a drug combination that prevents a person from contracting HIV even if they have unprotected sex with their HIV positive partner. So this lowers the chance of them getting HIV even with having unprotected sex with their HIV positive partner. So pre-EP is a medication for people at risk of HIV transmission, and they can also take it daily as an HIV prevention method. This allows someone to protect themselves from HIV, and if they before they want to use pre-EP, they need to talk with their doctor or healthcare provider to determine if it's right for them, as well as getting prescribed the medication. It is not, they need to get prescribed for it. So it must be taken properly, the same time every day in order for it to be effective as our P, as our fourth method. So now that you know all of this, right? A for abstinence, B for being faithful, C for condoms, and P for pre-exposure prophylaxis, you can protect yourself and your loved ones from HIV. Choose an A, B, C, or P and protect yourself and your loved ones from HIV. Thank you again so much for having me here today, guys. I'm here for any questions or comments you might have. And again, thank you. Have a great rest of your day.